Every few months, rumors resurface across the British press and international media that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are looking for a way back into the royal circle. On the surface, the public narrative often focuses on King Charles III, imagining an emotional reunion between an aging monarch and his younger son. Yet, the real barrier standing in front of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle is not King Charles at all. The true obstacle is Prince William. If Prince Harry and Meghan Markle decided tomorrow that they wanted an official path back into the British monarchy, the question that truly matters is whether the Prince of Wales would ever allow that door to swing open. Behind the choreographed smiles, the occasional brief meetings, and the polished statements released by Buckingham Palace lies a much deeper crisis that cannot be resolved with a simple handshake. That crisis is a total breakdown of trust. Over the past several years, Prince Harry has publicly aired grievances against his closest relatives. Meghan Markle has shared her personal disillusionment with life inside the royal institution. Prince William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, have found themselves repeatedly pulled into global media storms sparked by those revelations. Meanwhile, King Charles III is caught in the middle, forced to navigate two entirely incompatible responsibilities. King Charles is a father who naturally wants peace within his family, but King Charles is also the reigning monarch who is sworn to protect the crown. This conflict goes far beyond two brothers who simply had a falling out and stopped speaking to each other. This is about whether the British royal family could ever trust the Duke and Duchess of Sussex enough to hand them official royal duties again. If Prince William believes that welcoming Prince Harry and Meghan Markle back into the fold would fundamentally weaken the monarchy, King Charles faces a critical constitutional problem. Can Charles override his future king? That is the exact tension we need to examine from beginning to end to understand why a royal return may be almost impossible. To understand the friction between the royal brothers, we have to look directly at the influence Prince William holds over the future of the institution. Royal commentators and palace insiders have consistently suggested that the Prince of Wales remains deeply resistant to the idea of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle regaining any working royal status. However, an essential distinction must be made before evaluating that resistance. There is no official palace decree, formal legal document, or royal proclamation stating that Prince William has permanently banned the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. No official ban exists on paper. Instead, the real issue comes down to the enormous difference between four completely separate scenarios. The first scenario is Prince Harry returning to Great Britain purely as a private family member to visit his father and relatives behind closed doors. The second scenario is Prince Harry receiving certain royal privileges, accommodation, and access to royal properties during those personal visits. The third scenario is Prince Harry becoming an active, working royal once again, carrying out official charity patronages and representing the crown on official duty. The fourth and most extreme scenario is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle being given a formal platform to represent the monarchy on the world stage alongside the Prince and Princess of Wales. These four possibilities are fundamentally different from one another, and treating them as the same thing blurs the reality of the situation. Family forgiveness is not institutional restoration. Prince William could eventually reach a point where the Prince of Wales forgives Prince Harry on a personal level as a brother, while simultaneously maintaining the firm belief that Prince Harry should never represent the British monarchy again. That distinction between private brotherly reconciliation and public institutional power is one of the central themes of this entire story. This dynamic brings us directly to the other side of the Atlantic and to Prince Harry himself. Why does the question of Prince Harry reestablishing ties with Great Britain continually return to the headline? To answer that question, we have to examine the changing circumstances surrounding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex since they stepped back from official duties in early 2020. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle relocated to Montecito, California, the Duke and Duchess stepped into a commercial media landscape with massive global fanfare and unprecedented public attention. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle signed major production contracts, produced a record-breaking documentary series for Netflix, and released Prince Harry's best-selling memoir, Spare. Yet the commercial environment has shifted considerably since those initial explosive releases. The podcast partnership between the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Spotify came to an abrupt end. Subsequent commercial projects have faced increasing public scrutiny, and the initial shock value of their departure from royal life has naturally faded over time. Maintaining long-term cultural and commercial relevance outside the centuries-old framework of the British royal family is a very different challenge than making an initial splash in Hollywood. This does not mean mean that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are failing in their independent lives, but it introduces a much more interesting question that royal watchers continue to debate. Did leaving make long-term relevance harder? The great irony for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is that the very institution Prince Harry and Meghan Markle chose to leave behind could still be the single biggest source of their global fame and commercial appeal. That brings us to the deeper business realities of life in California. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle first arrived in the entertainment industry, their commercial power was astronomical, precisely because the Duke and Duchess were still intimately connected to the British royal family. Major streaming giants, global publishers, and corporate brands lined up to partner with the Sussexes because the British monarchy carries an aura of history, mystery, and international prestige that Hollywood cannot manufacture on its own. But once the initial fascination with the royal exit began to subside, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle faced the task of building an entirely independent identity. The commercial equation that governs celebrity life is very straightforward. Royal status creates massive international fascination. International fascination creates relentless media interest. That media interest translates directly into lucrative commercial opportunities and multi-million-dollar deals. The royal connection drives commercial value. But what happens when the connection to the royal family becomes weaker with each passing year? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are left facing the difficult challenge of proving whether the Sussex brand can generate that same level of global interest without relying on ongoing controversies involving the palace. This dynamic reveals that the story is not simply about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle wanting to return to royal life. Instead, the Sussexes may seek an ongoing relationship with the royal family because the British monarchy remains an undeniable global force that is almost impossible to ignore. This unresolved tension has fueled intense public debate, with media critics frequently questioning the motives of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Among the most prominent and consistent critics in the British media is broadcaster Piers Morgan. While commentators like Piers Morgan express their views with sharp rhetoric, the core argument being made resonates with a large portion of the British public. The argument put forward by Piers Morgan centers on the idea of institutional consistency. Piers Morgan has repeatedly argued that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle spent years publicly and commercially criticizing the royal family, while simultaneously profiting from the royal titles and global platform the monarchy provided. From this perspective, the issue is clear. You cannot spend years attacking the monarchy and then expect the institution to simply welcome you back when commercial conditions change. Actions carry long-term institutional consequences. However, supporters of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle view the situation through an entirely different lens. Supporters argue that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle had legitimate grievances regarding their treatment by the British press and the royal establishment. From the perspective of the Sussexes, telling their story through memoirs and documentaries was not an attack on the royal family, but an exercise in personal truth and emotional survival. Supporters maintain that stepping back from royal duties was a necessary personal decision, and that seeking a peaceful relationship with King Charles should not require Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to apologize for speaking out. This fundamental divide proves that the conflict is not just about logistics or travel schedules. The real battle is over accountability. The royal family and the Sussexes remain locked in a disagreement over whether true reconciliation requires public accountability, private forgiveness, or a compromise that neither side is currently prepared to accept. While the broader debate over accountability plays out across the media, the personal breakdown within the royal family is anchored in specific relationships that were permanently altered along the way. At the very center of that personal breakdown is Catherine, Princess of Wales. When Prince Harry published his memoir Spare and appeared alongside Meghan Markle in their Netflix documentary series, the revelations went far beyond institutional criticism. Prince Harry detailed intimate text message exchanges between Meghan Markle and Catherine regarding bridesmaid dresses, recounted awkward private meetings at Kensington Palace, and described a physical altercation with Prince William at Nottingham Cottage. For Prince William, the decision to broadcast private family disputes to a global audience crossed an unmistakable line. Royal biographers and observers have consistently pointed out that Prince William is fiercely protective of Catherine, Princess of Wales, especially as the royal couple navigates demanding public duties and personal health challenges. Personal boundaries were publicly broken. The exposure of those private exchanges created a profound barrier to reconciliation between the brothers. This raises a critical question for Prince William as the future future king. Can the Prince of Wales separate his personal protective instincts from his duty to the monarchy? The reality is that Prince William does not need to harbor personal hatred toward Prince Harry to oppose a royal comeback. Prince William can love his brother while remaining firmly convinced that Prince Harry should never again represent the British crown. The institutional resistance to a working royal return extends far beyond the Prince and Princess of Wales. Across the upper tier of the royal household, other senior figures represent a powerful wall of institutional caution. Queen Camilla occupies a particularly sensitive position in this family dynamic. In his promotional interviews for Spare, Prince Harry openly characterized Queen Camilla as someone who traded information with the press to rehabilitate her public image, referring to her role in the family narrative in deeply critical terms. Those public comments complicated years of careful work by Buckingham Palace to secure public respect for Queen Camilla as queen consort. At the same time, Princess Anne represents an entirely different pillar of resistance, rooted in a lifelong philosophy of discipline and duty. Princess Anne has spent decades as one of the hardest working members of the royal family, carrying out hundreds of engagements every year without personal complaint or public drama. For senior working royals like Princess Anne, the monarchy is an unyielding commitment to public service, not a platform for personal commercial branding. Duty requires total institutional loyalty. While royal analysts should avoid treating palace caution as a coordinated conspiracy, the underlying reality is clear. Senior royals understand that every public event operates under intense global scrutiny. For the institution, the risk of inviting renewed instability into the working royal calendar is simply too dangerous to contemplate. The monarchy cannot risk constant disruption. This institutional barrier places King Charles III in one of the most emotionally grueling positions of his reign. King Charles is fundamentally navigating two entirely distinct identities that pull him in opposing directions every single day. On one side stands Charles the Father, a parent who loves Prince Harry and naturally desires peace and healing within his family. On the other side stands Charles the King, the consecrated sovereign who took a solemn oath to protect the stability, integrity, and future of the British monarchy. The distinction between these two roles is essential to understanding why a royal comeback is so difficult. As a father, King Charles can welcome Prince Harry for private tea at Clarence House, exchange personal phone calls, and offer emotional warmth behind closed doors. But as monarch, King Charles must oversee the allocation of royal residences, evaluate guest lists for historic state occasions, and determine who represents the crown in an official capacity. Long before Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from royal life, King Charles had championed the vision of a streamlined, slimmed-down monarchy focused strictly on working royals who dedicate their lives entirely to public service. Fatherly affection cannot override constitutional duty. This distinction reveals the compromise King Charles is most likely to preserve. King Charles can maintain a personal, loving relationship with his son while permanently upholding the institutional boundary that keeps Prince Harry and Meghan Markle outside official royal operations. Even if personal affection and family goodwill were miraculously restored between King Charles, Prince William, and Prince Harry, there remains a massive operational barrier that royal warmth cannot dissolve. That barrier is the ongoing dispute over Prince Harry's security arrangements in the United Kingdom. Since stepping down as a working royal, Prince Harry has engaged in extensive legal battles against the British Home Office over the decision made by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, commonly known as RAVEC. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle ceased carrying out official royal duties, RAVEC determined that the Duke of Sussex would no longer automatically receive the highest level of publicly funded armed police protection while in Great Britain. Prince Harry has argued that without full state-provided security, bringing Meghan Markle, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet to Britain poses an unacceptable risk. However, royal protection is not a personal privilege that King Charles or Prince William can grant with the stroke of a pen. Armed security involves elite metropolitan police resources, independent threat assessments, diplomatic protocols, and significant taxpayer expenditures. State protection is not a royal gift. The British Home Office has maintained that allowing private individuals, even members of the royal family, to pay for armed police officers would set a dangerous legal precedent. Consequently, even if family peace were achieved tomorrow, the complex statutory machinery governing national security and public funding would remain an unresolved legal battle. Family forgiveness cannot bypass British law. Yet beneath all the legal filings, security protocols, and constitutional precedents lies the single most destructive obstacle of all, the collapse of fundamental trust. In the world world of the British monarchy, trust is the foundational currency that allows the entire institution to function. If Prince William and Prince Harry were to meet privately behind palace walls today, neither brother could be confident that the contents of that meeting would remain confidential. Buckingham Palace has operated for centuries on the strict principle of discretion, guarding private family conversations with absolute secrecy. However, over the past several years, private conversations have repeatedly found their way into television interviews, podcasts, and published memoir. For the Prince of Wales, that pattern of public disclosure shattered the private sanctuary that the brothers once shared. Trust, once broken, is rarely restored. This has locked Prince William and Prince Harry into a damaging feedback loop. Prince Harry expresses frustration that the palace has become distant, guarded, and uncommunicative. In response, Prince William and senior royal officials retreat further into silence, fearful that any candid exchange could be shared with commercial media outlets. That royal silence leaves Prince Harry feeling increasingly alienated, reinforcing the very grievances that caused the rift in the first place. Silence has replaced honest communication. The deepest problem is not that the two royal brothers disagree on family history, but that neither side believes the other can maintain a private confidence. This breakdown of trust leads directly to a fundamental question. What would a return to Great Britain actually look like in practice? When commentators debate the possibility of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle returning to royal life, the discussion often assumes a simple all-or-nothing choice. In reality, any potential return falls into four distinct scenarios, each carrying unique constitutional and public relations challenges. The first scenario is private family reconciliation. In this scenario, Prince Harry visits Great Britain as a private citizen to spend time with King Charles, Prince William, and Catherine behind closed doors, without undertaking official duties or representing the crown. This scenario is theoretically possible because it requires nothing more than personal family forgiveness. The second scenario involves Prince Harry attending occasional high-profile royal gatherings, such as historic anniversaries, state funerals, or major family celebrations. While this scenario remains conceivable, the media circus surrounding Prince Harry and Prince William in the same room would inevitably overshadow the events themselves. Ceremonial appearances create instant media frenzies. The third scenario is a partial working royal role, often described as the hybrid model that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex originally proposed in 2020. Under this arrangement, Prince Harry would carry out select military patronages and charitable duties for the crown, while maintaining private commercial independence in the United States. However, Buckingham Palace firmly rejected that compromise because commercial deals create undeniable conflicts of interest for a publicly funded institution. The fourth and most extreme scenario is a full working royal restoration, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle return permanently to Great Britain as full-time working representatives of the British monarchy. This final scenario is where Prince William's reported resistance is most absolute. For the Prince of Wales, restoring the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to official royal duties would reopen every institutional vulnerability that Buckingham Palace has spent years trying to stabilize. A full restoration is practically impossible. If any form of rapprochement were ever considered between Buckingham Palace and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, royal observers agree that the palace would enforce strict institutional boundaries. These hypothetical boundaries would not be designed to humiliate Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, but rather to protect the crown from further commercial exploitation and media volatility. The palace would almost certainly require an ironclad agreement preventing the publication of private family conversations in future books or media interviews. Buckingham Palace would mandate that no unauthorized recording equipment or documentary cameras could accompany the Sussexes onto royal property. Furthermore, clear limits would be placed on access to grace and favor residences, and the Sussexes would receive no automatic claim to publicly funded police protection. Most importantly, an absolute line would be drawn separating private family access from commercial Sussex branding. Clear boundaries are non-negotiable for the crown. From the perspective of palace officials and Prince William, these boundaries represent the bare minimum required to answer one simple question. Can Prince Harry and Meghan Markle be trusted with access to the monarchy ever again? Yet, even if the royal family established those boundaries, the equation cannot be evaluated by looking at Prince Harry alone. The perspective of Meghan Markle represents a critical dynamic dynamic in any discussion about a royal comeback. Prince Harry was born inside the royal system, and for the Duke of Sussex, Great Britain remains woven into his childhood memories, his military service, and his core identity. For Meghan Markle, however, royal life was a brief and painful chapter defined by intense media hostility, palace bureaucracy, and severe personal isolation. Even if Prince Harry feels a longing to re-establish ties with his homeland, would Meghan Markle ever choose to return to an environment that caused such immense personal distress? Montecito offers a life the palace cannot. In California, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle enjoy personal autonomy, lucrative commercial opportunities, and freedom from royal protocol. This reveals that the core dilemma is not just a battle between Prince William and Prince Harry. It is also a fundamental question about what kind of life the Duke and Duchess of Sussex truly want for their family. Beyond the palace walls and the Sussex household lies another decisive factor that King Charles and Prince William cannot ignore: British public opinion. The British monarchy is a constitutional institution that survives entirely on public trust and popular consent. Restoring Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to official working status would immediately ignite fierce debate across Great Britain and the Commonwealth. Public opinion remains deeply polarized over whether the Duke and Duchess of Sussex should receive official patronages, whether British taxpayers should fund their security arrangements, and whether Prince Harry should represent the reigning monarch abroad. Traditionalists argue that welcoming the Sussexes back without a public apology would undermine the working royals who remained loyal to their duties. Meanwhile, younger demographics and international supporters view the Sussexes as modernizers who were unfairly alienated. The royal family cannot ignore public sentiment. Any decision made by King Charles regarding Prince Harry's official status is not merely a private family matter. It is a high-stakes public relations event carrying profound constitutional symbolism for the crown. When we bring all these complex threads together, the most realistic resolution to the royal feud becomes very clear. The future of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will likely not be a total, permanent banishment from the family, nor will it be a triumphant return as working royals. The most probable outcome is forgiveness without restoration. King Charles can continue to love Prince Harry as a father, welcoming his son for quiet personal visits and maintaining private communication. Prince Harry can remain a family member who attends private family occasions, but the official, tax-funded working machinery of the British monarchy will continue moving forward without the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This compromise allows King Charles to protect his relationship with his son while allowing Prince William to safeguard the future structure and integrity of the institution. Forgiveness does not mean a professional comeback. This brings us back to the central question we began with. The real issue is not whether Prince William can find it in his heart to forgive his brother. The real issue is whether the Prince of Wales can ever trust Prince Harry and Meghan Markle enough to let them represent the British monarchy on the global stage. Those are two completely different questions. Prince William understands that welcoming the Duke and Duchess of Sussex back into working royal life would reopen old wounds, invite unpredictable media storms, and undermine public confidence in the crown. Prince William has a powerful institutional duty to keep that door firmly closed to working royalty. The royal door may never be permanently locked against Prince Harry as a son and brother, but the key to an official royal return is no longer simply forgiveness. The key is trust. So what do you think? Should Prince William forgive Harry and Meghan and give them another chance inside the royal family? Or should the Sussexes remain private citizens permanently? Is William protecting the monarchy or allowing a family feud to destroy a relationship that could still be repaired? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the biggest battles, controversies, and unanswered questions surrounding the British royal family, make sure to subscribe.